Hello everybody and welcome back to Cooking the Haydens, and I'm Car Boot Chris, and we've got Bargain Bell here, and we're here for another weekly show all about reselling. Well, mostly about reselling. It is our free-for-all week, so yeah, we're going to invite some guests on in a bit, so that'll be interesting. See who wants to come on.
So it's always interesting because it's going to be one time we do it and no one will come on.
Yeah. It's quite possible.
Tonight could be the night.
Tonight could be the night that nobody wants to come on the show.
Everybody's out in the pub. That's where
well, are they? Are they though?
Yeah.
Is everyone out in the pub? I don't know. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. It's Monday night already. God, these weeks just come round way too fast, don't they? It's like Monday before you know it, isn't it? It's like half the year's nearly gone. We still haven't had any proper sunshine either yet, which is annoying, isn't it?
Plenty of rain.
Just been pissing it down for about 2 weeks non-stop.
Yeah.
Come to Devon, they said. It's sunny down there. No, it's fucking not. And it begins.
I think we need to get the swear jar out for you
today. Why not? Okay, so it's reseller free for all week. So we'll bring on some guests in a bit. I've got a sales update to do beforehand. I've got some shout outs and some oh-nos as well, or probably just one oh-no. And then we'll get some people on, hopefully, fingers crossed. If you guys have a think, if you fancy coming on for a little while, you can come on for 5 minutes, 10 minutes for the rest of the show, whatever. Just come on, say hello. Let's talk about whatever you want to talk about. And if you've not done so already, don't forget to hit the like button. You might as well do it now, get it out of the way. Yes, Dave Repairs, just hit the like button. Don't be hitting the dislike like you normally do, please. Just hit the like button.
How do you know it's David, is it?
He admitted it, little bastard.
That's not how you chat to our fans.
He knows I'm only joking. I'm pulling his leg. Right, okay. Before we start and before we get some shout outs in, we'll just see who's in the chat. Leanne was first in. Hi, Leanne. We've also got, here's the man himself, Dave Repairs. There's no one here. Yeah. Hi, Damien. And Vincent said he got the notification 20 minutes early. That's a good thing, Vincent. It shows that it's working. It's to make sure you don't miss out on the best show of the week. Carl's here. Tori. Hi, Tori. We also have Chris Tyler. Katan is here. We'll be slightly late, but we'll be in the... Oh, don't even worry. You don't even have to explain yourself. We have... Who else we got? Steve Jackson's here. How's it hanging, he says.
Trying to get down with the crew.
Yeah, a little to the left. Tonight. That's an old one, isn't it? That's an old one.
Can I honestly say I've never used that one.
Well, I would expect not, otherwise I'm slightly concerned. Don is in. Hi, Don. I'll be washing my hair that weekend. What's that all about? Oh, he's talking to Chris Tyler, I think. John at YLM. Hi, John. We've got left-handed. Greetings, fellow resellers. Oliver Ian's in, aka Olivia. Goat Jazz Gary is here. We've got Monumental as well. Bloody hell. I hope that was a tummy.
For now.
Fuck me. That was shocking. Soul Steps. We've got Jason, the reselling game Entwistle. Aaron Tibbet. Kevin. Can I get to the bottom in record time? Tea Cakes. Sean Mix Shop. Bella. Like Bella Italia. David Resells. Hello. Who else? We've got Night's Life's in Richard as well. We've got Vincent Lees. I'm back. Good evening. Hi. Welcome back. I've gone.
You gone?
Yeah, your turn. Pick it up.
There isn't. I've got the monkey thrifter in. Ali's in. Lana's in. The bounty hunter. Jason Mylan. Hi Chris, did you get your £20 back from Belle, or did you open up a crime report? What, £20?
She doesn't watch the videos, Jason. She does not watch any of my videos, so she has no idea what you're talking about.
What, 20 quid?
Oh, you have
I
to
owe you?
watch the Jumble Trail video that I released.
Jumble Trail?
Yes.
I pay you back everything.
I'm
with
going,
interest.
I'm going back to the police on this one.
Whatever.
Well spotted anyway, Jason. Nice one.
We've got Lee in. Hi, Hayden's.
Hello, Lee.
Is that my Lee?
I'm not sure.
No. Big Girls Really Do Cry.
Hi, Lainey.
Phil Higgins.
Hi, Phil.
Stu Mandra.
Hi, Stu. Come on, we've got to be at the bottom now.
Chelsea.
Fed up now. Chelsea. Hi, Chelsea.
Falling on a bruise.
Oh, yes.
Eating my tea, so won't be contributing much.
Oh. Can't get the staff.
We're at the bottom.
Bella's the police. Yeah, I'll report it to her, for God's sake, Tori.
Yeah, the closest I get to being the police is like the Haribo Star Mix advert. We are the police.
Queenie Conquest has just dropped in there at the bottom as well. Hi, Queenie. Right, so what should we do?
Let's get busy.
Let's do a shout out.
A what?
A shout out.
A shout out.
Do you know that we do shout outs on this channel? Have you noticed?
Nope.
Shout outs.
Okay, so I've just got a couple, one generic one and one personal one. Why is that button not working?
Oh, dear.
The button's not working. Yes, it is. Here we go. So I don't know if she's in the chat, but Anne and her husband that we bumped into at Hatherley Car Boot Sale.
Okay.
Who is a supporter of the channel. She's a subscriber.
Very nice lady and gentleman.
She recognised the talent as we were walking around. Well, me, of course.
No, actually, she said she heard your voice. She said you've got a very distinctive voice.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Is that a good thing? Distinctive voice. What does that mean? I sound like a plonker. Anyway, yeah. So Anne had a stall at a boot sale we went to at the weekend, and said hello, and I bought some stuff off her table. So
I bought a brolly.
You bought a brolly off her
which
as well.
Is well needed. Yeah.
All right. So yeah. You might, I can't remember if I got it on camera or not, but you might see that in the next boot sale video, which will come out in the next few days or maybe at the weekend, I'm not sure. So
she got some lovely cookie cuddles.
We had a nice chat with them.
Just to make all the cookie fans jealous.
Yeah. So it's nice to meet Anne. If you are in the chat, put your hand up and say hello.
You've scared her off. No?
Probably. Also, I want to give a shout out to everybody, and we had a few sales following last week's 30% off code. That's finished now. It ended at 8 p.m. this evening. But if you remember last week, I put out a 30% off on my eBay store to anyone who was a viewer of the show. And I did get quite a few sales from it. So much appreciated to everybody who made a purchase, including Steve, Neil, and Dave in particular. But thank you to everyone. Much appreciated. Your support is very kind. Thank you.
Andrew says, I'm Anne.
Hey?
Andrew, he says, I'm Anne.
All right, okay. That wouldn't surprise me if it did turn out.
Say hello to Leslie Davis. She's popped in.
Hi, Leslie.
And so is Crochet and Craft with Nicola.
Okie dokie. Welcome. Welcome to the show.
Vincent Lee says he'll hit the boot sales after coming out of his lockdown. Been watching all of you bargain hunters getting some good deals.
Oh, get out there. Yeah, get going.
Steve Jackson says, Steve and I don't get shout outs anymore. Chris takes us for granted.
You always get shout outs. What are you on about? You're on you're regulars on the channel. They always get. I can't shout you out every week, can I?
Pretty sure they'd have you.
They probably would actually, wouldn't they? Yeah. They need that kind of. They're very needy like that.
Tell you something, it's a bloody record for me. It's 12 minutes past 8 and I've yawned about 7 times already. I'm going to have everybody falling asleep watching me. Like hypnotherapy, yawnotherapy.
And anyway, Steve, you basically did get a shout out then, because I said everyone who purchased like this week, including Steve, Neil, and Dave. So you did.
But we have a number of Steves.
I know. Well, I wasn't going to pinpoint anybody, but it was actually that Steve.
Which Steve? We've got 2.
Big Steve. Hugh says, thanks, Chris. Received the Mickey Dickies today. Oh, nice one. I'm glad you got them. Thank you. That's great stuff.
Is that a Facebook one?
No, I've not streamed across to Facebook tonight. I've just put the link in for people to come onto YouTube. So I didn't know if it was becoming a bit awkward because people were commenting on Facebook. You couldn't see them, and it wasn't.
I'm only asking because I haven't got that comment anyway.
Oh, right.
That's why
weird.
I just wondered.
Oh, I don't know.
I've had this a couple of times where you seem to have comments and I don't seem to have them.
No. Jason says, thanks, Chris. I renewed my car insurance and used the Quidco, paid £201 and got £54.50 cash back with the £16. Oh, right. Brilliant. You see, perfect. So if you're not using Quidco or if you're not using cashback sites in general, you should do, because it's free money. I've said it before, I'll say it again. There is a link, by the way, in the description if you want to use my referral link. We both get some cash.
Andrew said someone needs to buy something from him. In return, he promises to completely forget to give them a shout out.
Did Andrew get his trolley sorted? Has he bought a double-decker trolley or something? I don't know. I think he's bought a double-decker trolley. A pull-along one for the boot sales.
I didn't even know double-decker ones existed.
Apparently so, yeah, nor did I. Let's crack on, because we're going to get some guests on very, very soon. So I've got an oh-no to do, so we might as well just get on with that, shall we? Let's do it.
Oh, no.
Even Annabelle doesn't know about this one because it happened today and stressed me out for a little while. It's probably happened to most of us at some point, or maybe those of you who've got a better story system than me, maybe it hasn't happened to, but I had a sale at the weekend. I went to pick the order today, and it was gone. It was nowhere in my stock room. It was a Batman bundle. It was only £9, right? It was £9, but it was frustrating because it is.
I don't know. Are we back?
We're back. We're back. So I'm guessing that I must have probably taken them off sale and left them on eBay. So my fault, but that meant that I had to send a message to the buyer to, many apologies, and I was really apologetic. And I just explained that it wasn't anywhere in the stock room, turned the place upside down. But I offered to create a similar Batman bundle. I've got enough of that kind of stock to do it. So yeah, that's what I did. He agreed to it. He was fine with it. And I made another bundle up. But that meant I took down 2 other listings at £10 each value to combine them into this, just to keep someone happy at £9, a £9 sale. But I think when it's your fault as a seller and it was my fault, then you should probably bend over backwards and make sure that they're happy at the end of the day, rather than have to cancel an order or, put a cancellation in and then it's your fault in it because you've got to put the item out of stock or something, haven't you? So yeah, my fault. It probably ended up costing me about 20 quid worth of items for a £9 sale. But there you go. You got to keep people happy, haven't you?
Is that the only oh no you've got?
Yeah. Why have you got another one?
Yeah. Oh no.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa. We've got to do it properly.
Oh no.
You're so anal.
Belle's
got, my God.
Belle's got an oh no. Go for it.
Don't, no matter how cheap it is, buy a pop-up tent because they're so not worth the hassle. 20p I paid. 20p for a one-man. What was the brand?
It wasn't a one-man.
It was. What was the brand of it, though? It was a well-known brand.
Trespass or something?
It was a well-known brand, like one-man
it wasn't
tent in one of these round things and, a little handy one, and it pops up. And we were like, yay, 20p, great, all looked in good order. Popped it up. Fantastic. Could we get the little git back in its bag? No, to the point where we snapped the poles.
That's 20p down the drain, isn't it?
So I couldn't give 2 hoots about the 20p, but I gave 2 hoots about the goddamn 30 minutes that we were wrestling with it in the back garden, trying to get this bloody thing. I know what mine, but it had step-by-step instructions and everything. And
they were useless instructions.
We just
they were
couldn't
useless.
Get it to fold back down.
Fold it this way, then fold it that way, and then twist it round and fold it again, and then it will go in the bag.
And we just
it doesn't.
We were both just wrestling with it, and it was like, yeah. And now it's literally in pieces, taped together in the back garden, waiting to go to the tip.
Oh, what a nightmare! What a nightmare! So yeah, that was a good one.
Good fun.
Good one. Ray says, got my fingers burnt on the Wednesday boot sale. About 3 Stone Island jackets, £20 each. After careful research, all turned out to be fake. Oh, three at £20 each. Oh,
20 quid each. I thought it was 3 for 20.
3 for 20. That's what I thought. Oh, that's a fucker, that, isn't it? I mean, Ray is a family members maybe that you can pass them on to, give them to, or whatever. That's probably the best thing to do with something like that. I've had it before. I've bought fake stuff before. I have that problem every time I sell something. Night's Life said, can't find things. David says, hi there. There's one of those it's just worth the wait, not well worth the wait. Events near me soon. Would you give your profit experience out of 10, please, Chris? I've already sold a couple of bits. I've already got my money back. I'm already in profit, David. I only spent 120 quid, but I'm already in profit. If you stay tuned for the sales update, you'll see, just looking at it now, you'll see at least one item there that has sold from that event. So
Got some good stuff from that, to
yeah.
be fair. Andrew says the bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, Chris.
Correct. It's a very good saying. Tori says, I don't do that. I print the label and pretend I've posted it. The person opens item not received and I don't get a ding. Oh, you cheeky. You cheeky bugger.
Sorry, I thought you was a good girl.
Naughty girl. Nah.
Sean Mixshot says, do you not to do the SKU, Chris? SKU, is it?
You've clearly not watched all my videos, Sean, have you? No, I do use the SKU for certain things, but I
is that what it is, SKU?
Yeah. My stock room is in categories. It's in categories and sizes and stuff like that. It wasn't a case of the SKU. The item actually wasn't there. Yeah, I think I have taken it off in the past, maybe to using like a mystery box or something in the past. I can't remember, but I think I've taken it down and not taken it off eBay. So the SKU wouldn't have mattered so much, although it would have directed me to one box. But yeah, I don't use the SKU totally.
Look at these. Dave says, once out of the bag, it's impossible to get in. Yes, definitely. Queenie says, figure of 8 to get it back in, easy when you know how. No, I've had them figure of 8 ones, and we can figure them ones out. This was not a figure of 8. This was a stupid, you have to get hold of all 4 poles, fold it in half, and fold it in half another way before you twisted it. And it was just stupid. I'm never having, and I wouldn't mind, but we only got it to take to the beach with us, didn't we, to sit in?
We only got it to sit in at the beach. You know, like when you go to the beach to get a suntan, Annabelle's idea is to go and sit in a tent on the beach. I'm like, how are you supposed to get a tan doing that?
Because 9 out of 10 times when you're here, it's never mind getting a tan. It's stop yourself from getting bloody sunburn.
Yeah, there is
wind
that.
Chill.
It's for when it's windy, isn't it? PVP's in. Hello, welcome, all the way from Canada. I got it right. You see, I can remember. And his name is Will I Am. Will I Am, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, Bill.
Ray says there's a knack to them tents. You fold it into a figure of 8 easy. See, everyone thinks it was just a figure of 8. It wasn't just a figure of 8.
Hi, Steve-O.
Tell you something, you should have made a video of us trying to get that tent down. People would have found it hilarious. Anybody, I'm pretty sure the neighbour must have had at least 30 minutes of hysterical sort of.
I reckon they were watching. Monkey 50 said, I got the fastest ever sale. 9 HP ink cartridges sealed, but out of date. Sold for £45 plus postage. Wow. That is fast. Tent on the beach, yeah. People do that down here in the UK. We all flock to the beaches
and put a tent up.
And then put a tent up. Correct, Ray. That is correct. Jimmy Crane is in. Evening, guys. Good evening. Tent videos, the next big craze. Yeah, whatever. Let's do a sales update and then we can get some guests on. Where's my VT gone? And why am I always looking for these things? Why?
These are a few of my favorite things. These are a few of my favorite things. Making me remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so much.
Okay, let's do a quick sales update. I've got 10 sales to share with you. Random ones from the last week. No. Is that our front door? No, it wasn't. Dog would have gone mental, wouldn't she?
Yeah, right. This is our dog we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, true. So 10 sales from the week, just a variety to share with you as you always. So the first one up is this. You might have seen this on a recent boot sale video. It's a cycling jacket, not a jersey. It's actually a jacket. Adidas. It cost me £3. and it sold. Did it go for full price or was it on an offer? It's saying here it sold for $34.98. But I'm not sure if it went on an offer, but if it did, it was only £5 less. Anyway.
Magic 98p.
Yeah. Also, did you see the haul that I picked up from Joe the Closet Geek? This was one of the first items to sell out of it. It's a bundle of bendy vintage Mickeys. God, those ones on the end are freaky, aren't they?
They're a bit freaky, aren't they?
They are freaky. It's a bit like that video I put out today, the Freaky Mickey. Yeah, $29.98. So that was a nice one to come in. That was one of the first sales. Impossible to say the cost price. I paid £70 for the entire box full of stuff, and there was a ton of stuff in there.
Andrew said, "Is this the jacket you got alongside the one with the broken zip?"
On the same day, Andrew, on the same day, but not on the same store. Harley Davidson jacket. I put this on because I know Andrew was messaging, asking about Harley Davidson jackets because he saw one that was up for £25. I think it was a charity shop, and he was trying to debate whether to buy it or not. I don't think, unless it's leather, I don't think £25 is worth it. This actually sold for 40. I took an offer. It was up for $59.98, but I've had this a little while now, so I decided to accept an offer of £40 on that. Still a very nice jacket, but it's really hit and miss sometimes with these Harley jackets, whether they go or not. If they're leather, they do a lot better.
Jason, thank you very much, Jason, but you really didn't need to. He's sent us
Buy 10 cents.
And he put buy 10 cents and make a video.
Bloody hell.
I was knackered.
The chances... My browser has lost connection. It did this last week. Why did it do that?
I wondered why Chaz had put webcams gone off.
Yeah, don't know why. I'll just highlight this one from Jason. Thank you very much. Appreciate the super chat. I think it was 1 off 10. I don't think they had 10 cents. But the sentiments there. Thank you very much, Jason. Appreciate it. Let's go back to this. Yeah, this was one from the, if you're watching still, the vintage sale Worth the Wait. I knew this would go quickly. A really, really nice Germany football tracky jacket. Very nice indeed. This sold super fast. £39 it went for. Now that was a nice one. Cost price was probably about £5 or £6 because it's on weight. I've also sold this that I picked up recently. Jumble Trail. That was actually the most recent video that we put out, wasn't it?
I'm gonna say
What did we pay for it? Can you remember?
Not much.
£1?
Yeah, about £1.
£1.50 maybe, or £2. I can't remember. You lot will probably know more than me now, if you've watched it.
I know it was something dirt cheap because you weren't going to pick it, and then she said how much it was, and you just like gave her the £1 or something because it was like.
I think that was the DVD player.
Was that the DVD player?
Possibly. Anyway, that's sold, so that's good. Some of those free VHS tapes that I picked up on the marketplace. Another job lot has gone. 6 for £11.98. So that's not too bad. Not too bad for free anyway, is it? Free money.
All right.
I finally sold this helmet. I've had it, I don't know, quite a while now, it feels. Sometimes it's really hard to photograph these because you get reflections. In fact, yeah, you can see my hand there. Anyway, it's gone. It had a Bluetooth kit on it as well, which probably helped sell it. But it went for $42.98. I think it just went for full price. Wish it'd give you the full price. Now, here's another item that's sold from the Worth the Wait vintage sale. It's an Adidas Chili 62 trackie. Really nice, wet look blue. That sold super, super fast. So if you see any Chili 62s at your Worth the Wait, pick them up. just be very careful. Make sure they are genuine, because I did see another Chili 62, which you might have seen on the video. It had a bit of a dodgy inside where the embroidery was. So I decided not to pick that up, and I'm glad I didn't, because I'm pretty sure it was a faker. So that's gone. I also sold this Lakers jersey for 50 quid, which was a nice sale. I probably could have got a little bit more, but it went on an offer. I thought, bird in the hand, you know, like Andrew said. Cost price was pretty low on this because it was based on weight, but, you know, about £3 or £4 maybe. And also sold this. I took an offer on this. I think it was £25. This Philadelphia Eagles jersey, Nike. Again, cost price probably about £5 on it, so decent sale. Anyway, how's the chat doing before we bring on some guests?
Well, we need to wish Mr. Shabatron a very happy birthday.
Oh,
It appears to be his birthday.
where is he?
Either that or they're all lying to us. He's been to Buxton today, he said.
Or is he there?
He's been to Buxton for a beer and something to eat, and
nice.
then he ended up charity shopping.
Very nice.
So yeah, I'm a
There
bit
you go.
confused.
You've even got some balloons.
I'm confused why people are putting. Tori's put £2, Andrew's put £2, and then TK says put £2 with a octopus.
What are they doing?
Is it because they all want a video making of us trying to put a tent down?
No. Yeah, happy birthday to Shabba.
Night Slice just joined Quidco using the link.
Oh, good man. Good man. Now, don't forget to use it. Every time you buy anything online, use it. Use your Quidco, because you can search on there to see if the merchant has a cashback. And a lot of the time they do. So just always remember to use it, because you never know how much you're going to get back. Oh, £2 the CD player
the
was
CD
£2.
player.
There you
and
go.
Then, yeah, DB was saying it's 2 squid. Duh, it's not an octopus. It's a squid. Why didn't you know that?
See, people...
Mind you, it is like tiny, teeny little picture on my thing.
See, people know what I paid for things better than I did.
That's because they watch your videos.
Yeah, sorry, guys. You're all right.
CD player was £2. There we go.
You don't get any money, Night's Life, until you've earned, I think it's £5 in cash back. Once you've earned £5, that won't take you long at all. You'll get some money back. Okay, right. So let's see. Is anyone brave enough to come on the greatest channel, the greatest reselling channel that's ever been out there, and come and join us? It's a brave statement, I know.
Even I'm reluctant to agree with that one.
I know. We're not modest here. Why have we kind of gone orange? We seem to have gone a bit orangey.
No, I must admit, I really should start watching your videos more often.
Well, if it's between that and you actually getting some listings done, I'd rather you just get some listings done.
And we've had this conversation before where I have to listen to him putting these videos together. Okay. I'm assuming you've put that video out with a scary Mickey on today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if anybody's watched that video with a scary Mickey,
Don't give it away.
the noises that you hear from that video, I had to listen to for about an hour.
No,
it was
5 minutes.
No, it wasn't. It went on and on.
We've got someone in the green room.
And on. So that puts me off because I'm like, I don't want to listen to it anymore.
Anyway, let's bring on our first guest for the evening. Here he is. We have got somebody, and it'll have to do. Beggars can't be choosers. Dave Repairs.
What did I say? Oh, it's dark. Hello.
Yeah, what an introduction that was.
It was. Thank you very much, everyone.
Oh, it's all right.
Are you a glutton for punishment coming on with Christopher today? He's gunning for you.
He is.
Listen, he knows that I'm only joking. I never.
Of course you are.
And I would never purposely be nasty. Everyone's wanting to come on here. We've got a couple more. So Dave, just stand
Come on.
fire there. We might as well get every
Come on.
man and his dog on here.
Come on, Tori. You're coming on.
All right, Andrew.
Bonjour.
That's a
Oh,
haircut
you
and a
still
half.
look
You've
like
got
a
there.
trim there. Look at him.
Bloody hell.
Yes,
happened?
I'm hairless now.
Brilliant.
Hilarious.
Just on,
Yeah.
just on the head, have you been trimmed anywhere? Like,
I'll show you some pictures later if you want.
Oh, I don't know.
Back second crack in it.
Oh no.
It's a bad image, isn't it? All right, Damien.
Morning.
hi, David.
You all right?
It's Friday night. What
How
can
you
I say?
doing?
It's Friday night.
We've
Oh,
gone
my
from
God,
Andrew
no,
with the hairless to look at all the hair on Damien's face.
Look at this.
That's.
Mine's
Oh, and
I had a
Dave. I
shave
mean,
the other day
Dave.
as well.
Yeah, and Dave.
I'm
Hang on,
bunned
I'm
up.
gonna go over it.
Oh,
Oh,
where's Damien gone?
it's Oliver Ian. Oh no, it
I
isn't.
did have
There
the
we
cat
go.
on me before. I think, yeah, come back.
You had the cat on you.
I had the cat. That's why it was over that. The iPad. I'm on the iPad, so it was over there. But the cat just jumped off, and the kitty
Right.
is asleep over there.
That's what he's telling all of us.
So, Andrew, what's this about you moving again?
Yes, I've
He's only copying me.
I've secured. I was going to call it the Tat Shack, but somebody pointed out if you put a W in Tat, that it becomes something else. So
That's the guy in Bristol.
Yeah,
Like
his cat attacked
Steve, by the
Tom
way.
Curry as well.
Yeah. He's quite
Hi,
that was
BBP.
attack.
Hi guys.
Hello,
Yeah,
BB.
Hope you had a good day over there.
Yeah, been all right, thanks.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good. That's good.
we're going through every form of weather known to man here. We've had hail,
Still raining.
hailstorm.
Absolutely drenched earlier.
Hail.
Walking the dog.
Oh, wow.
It just heavens opened. I was soaked.
Oh jeez.
Well, it started off with hailstorms. Then we had
Wow.
bright sun. It was like 25 degrees. Now it's raining. So you know.
Yeah, it was like 27 here yesterday, and now it's just clouded right over. And I was thinking of going for a walk actually, but with the way the weather looks out there, I don't know if I want to chance it because it looks like it might
Celsius,
start
yeah.
raining pretty soon. So, yeah, spring weather, I guess.
What's it normal? Is that normal for your area, sort of this time of year?
Actually, we don't get a whole lot of rain usually in the summer. I mean, we'll have days, or maybe even a week where it'll rain a fair bit once in a while, but generally it gets pretty hot here. We can get up in the 30s at least, and even sometimes we might hit 40. So it's pretty dry generally in the summer.
Cool.
Yeah.
Damien, I meant to ask you about your unit. So what you've got an officey type unit now, haven't you?
Well, mine's more like a flat because it's got a bath in it.
Bloody hell!
Damien
What's
went
it been
to-
used for in the past then? If it's got a bath in it?
It used
bath
to be
selfie.
agricultural. It used to be agricultural accommodation because it's on sort of like farm site. It's now a business centre. So once upon a time, the old farmhands used to work in it, live in it while they work the farm. But it's now like they're building housing estates all around it. So in a few years, it'll be like you see in the movies. You get that old house, and then all the skyscrapers behind it, and it's like, I'm not moving. I'm not giving in.
Real life version of Up.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, moving on the 28th.
Nice, that's good. And
Is
do
that
you mind me
me
asking
echoing
what
there,
kind
I
of
think?
price it is? What
It's
kind of price are we talking?
£100 a week.
That's not so bad. That seems alright.
I'm hearing an echo of myself.
Yes,
Anyone
I
else
really
getting an
as well.
echo?
Okay,
I can hear an
on.
echo here, but I've got my sound turned off on the on
Let me
the
just knock
YouTube
the
channel.
volume down a little bit, just in case it's that. In case it's me.
So, yeah, I don't think it's coming
don't know if it's
from my
me.
end here.
Might be. I'll try that. That's better. I mean, because I'm not on the my AirPads. But... yeah, it's £100 a week.
Yeah, that's not so bad. I've been
Not too bad.
considering doing something, but I'm cause we're in the middle of house hunting at the moment. So we're trying to find a house that has enough space in it.
Just get a 4-bed detached with a double garage. Job done.
Yeah, well, you know we're in Devon, don't you? And you know how much the prices are down here.
It's cheap.
A 4-bed detached with a double garage would probably be about
wow.
500 grand.
Well, there you go. Just sell a few organs.
Yeah, 500 grand definitely. And if it's in the middle of nowhere as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've just sold a 3-bed flat in Torquay for 270 grand, which was 20 grand over the asking price.
So you are planning to buy then, not to rent?
Yeah, we're looking to buy now.
Well, we were looking to buy, but we've already given up the will to live trying to find anything.
We put 2 offers in on 2 different houses and we haven't got them yet.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as they're not in Plymouth.
No, we're going more north. We're going sort of towards Newton Abbot, Torquay way. Not near to you, thankfully, Dave. We're not going to be close enough.
Stay down there. There's a boundary.
Yeah, we're looking sort of in between Newton Abbot and Torquay, that area, at Barbican, St Mary Church, places like that.
Yeah, it floods there, so it's cheap.
It floods there. Thanks for that. Thanks for giving me the confidence.
Well, I've been here all my life, so you know.
Floods everywhere around here.
Everywhere. Yeah, it does.
Just don't decide that you just don't come to North Wales. There's no opportunities here.
But they're cheap. Wales is cheap.
No source.
There's a reason for that, Dave.
No houses here.
People like Andrew don't live there.
Or go to Spain. It's cheap.
I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I would. I would.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Annabelle would.
He's slowly working his way out of the country with me. He's got me as far as Devon.
True.
So give him
children.
You go Channel Islands next.
Well, you saw them the other day, didn't you? So you went up to Manchester and saw your kids.
Well, that was at least
nearly
6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, what is it? Oh, you said I saw him the other day. You said a couple of weeks. It's been 6 whole weeks.
Has it? Bloody hell. Well, they're coming back down. They're coming to see us week after next. We've got 3 visitors coming down.
Oh, great. I'm actually heading down to South Devon next weekend. You never know. Might be knocking on your door.
Well, we was in
run away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we was in your neck of the woods.
We were in. We were at Hatherley Car Boot at the weekend.
Oh, Hatherley! Oh my God, yes.
I tell you what, I've got some good buys. Got some crackers.
Yeah, there's nothing there. There's just nothing there, but maybe market stores.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I got a 20p tent from there.
Yes, yes. And I said in the chat, I hate those tents because I've had one before when I went away once.
I heard you popped the tent.
Oh,
popped the tent.
Nightmare job.
I was so happy when it popped up and it was all in one piece and it looked really good.
Oh, look at Damien's little
pussycat. Yeah. See, that's how you win the women.
It's so cute. Cat. It doesn't look impressed though.
Well, she's just woken up. She's just been handed to me.
Oh, poor thing.
She still sits in one hand. Look.
Leave it alone. Let it sleep.
Have you got more than one?
She will fall asleep. I've got 2. So I got the one that was just on my lap a minute ago, and this
one. Going.
And she's 9 weeks old.
I prefer cats to dogs.
What's this one called?
Blue.
Blue.
Like the movies.
Yeah, she's got Russian blue in her. She's got Russian blue in her, so she's got blue. She'll brush her fur back the other way. You can see sort of the grey colours.
Oh.
Nice.
People in the chat are calling me cute as well. Thank you.
Blimey.
You remember when Andrew went like a whole year without having a shave or cutting his hair, and now look, he looks like a different man.
There was a global apocalypse taking place.
Are you coming back?
Well, get your mum to cut your hair or something.
She could be bloody COVID.
I've still. This hasn't been cut for about a year and
telly,
3 months.
Wow,
but
that's a long time. Have you washed it in that time?
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Oliver
I'm
Ian
just-
says, top tip, stop letting Chris do the offers we know he's a tight ass. I tell you what, today we offered on a house $5,000 more than the asking price, and we still didn't get it.
Well,
Wow.
it must be a nice house if you're going to do that.
And that was 10
It was
grand.
nice.
And that was 10 grand over our budget.
It was.
It's got
Wow.
to be a stamp duty freeze, isn't it? So it's
I think
Oh, yeah.
that's not
a lot of
helping.
demand.
Yeah,
No.
I think that's not helping.
So the housing
Everybody's wanting
market's
nice
quite.
houses down in the country. They're wanting to get away from the city because of
Exactly.
lockdowns and things
Yeah.
like that. So
So is the housing market quite hot there in the UK these days?
Yeah,
quite
very.
Can
vigorous
be.
at the moment. Yeah.
Very-
Very, very
Kevin.
busy.
It sounds like Canada.
No.
Yeah, our house
No.
prices
What?
have climbed a lot in the last 15 years or so.
Oh, yeah, it's incredible.
Both my neighbours have put their houses up for sale and sold them within a week.
Yeah,
Where's your
sounds
ball?
about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sold
The
it
one
in a
we
week.
viewed- The one we viewed on Saturday, it went
Where's
up
your
for
ball?
sale on Friday. So I
Where's your
rang
ball?
as soon as it went up,
Where's your ball?
and by the time I rang, they had 7 viewings booked in for the day afterwards,
Oh, where's your ball?
and then
Yeah.
it got sold today.
Wow. Yeah, not surprised really. It's pretty much like that here too these days. But you said
You mean it's-
500,000 British pounds for a 4-bedroom.
Yeah.
Was that right?
Well, I mean,
In good
it
area.
varies depending on where it is, like countryside or town location. So it can vary a lot. But down here, definitely you'd pay that for a 4-bed detached.
That seems pretty good actually, because I mean, here a lot of places are over $1 million Canadian dollars now.
Yeah.
You know, to get a detached house, and it's just crazy the way prices have gone.
Well, we're not moving to Canada.
No, it's not cheap. I'm actually surprised. It seems like, you know, from what I've heard, the UK housing prices can seem actually, you know, more reasonable than what we've got over here. And I would have always thought it would be higher there. You know,
Depends where you are.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess.
it's very much on location because, like, down here in the southwest is really expensive.
London.
But and
Yeah,
London, obviously.
of course.
But
Yeah.
if we were to be back up in Manchester, I don't think we'd be having quite as much of a problem.
Right.
They have a bloody mansion by now.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess up north it's pretty much cheaper in a lot of ways, isn't it? From what I've heard.
Yeah, it is. Jimmy says, Chris, do you pick up much American sports jerseys? I have 2 Michael Jordan 1995 Bulls jerseys. I'm not sure what to list them for. I do pick up a lot, but I tend to either take advice on some that I'm not sure of, or just look at the comps. But there's a couple of good people. Darren Hawkins on Instagram is good to ask about jerseys. Darren Hawkins. He sometimes watches on here as well.
There you go. That's Darren's Instagram being flooded now. He'll not be
Yeah.
listening for the rest of the week.
Yep.
He doesn't mind. I know he doesn't mind, but he's good to speak to because sometimes he might want to buy your stuff off you anyway. So it might be an in for him to make a purchase.
Who's this that Leanne's talking about? She said, Chris, Caroline, Mrs. M's husband has an estate agency business in Newton Abbey.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
Hi, Richard.
Definitely.
Hello. You all right?
I met Caroline.
Hello, Richard.
You all right? How you
Yeah.
doing?
Hi,
At your
Richard.
house. Yeah.
Hey, Richard.
Hello, Richard.
You all right?
Yeah, Mrs. M was one
Caroline.
of the original resellers with Nick and so on back in the day, and she just mainly does Instagram now. She used to do a lot with Carla and so on. So yeah, you don't really see her much now.
Okay.
But yeah, she's in our neck of woods.
How's Richard
send
doing
him the
after your Saturday Night Live-y thing? I know it
Yeah.
wasn't your Saturday Night Live, but
Yeah. It was all right.
That was
you
good.
just test it.
Thought I got some good views. I got it hardwired in now, so I didn't have the problems from the week before. Yeah, so it's quite good. Quite good. Not too bad. I was happy
Good.
with it. I'm just starting. I just thought I've got to start it and just like see how it progresses and see where it goes. But no, it's good.
Good chat on Saturday with flipping slot, I'd say. It's good.
Yeah. Well, me and Jay have done some like car boots selling and buying together. So I thought,
That's better.
I said to him, you know, because he keeps saying, "Oh, when you're up, like we'll meet up." And I've still got a table I've got to drop off at his house that's still in my boot. But no, he's a nice guy. I've got to know him, and like I say, I just thought I'd get him on because I know
How close is he? You know, in relation to you?
he's probably 5 or 10 minutes away from where my brother is, so I'm up there quite a lot.
Oh, I get you.
But we are going to sort of do some more car boots and stuff,
Yeah.
which is good. Hi,
No, it
Jimmy.
was a good chat. I watched it this morning, the entire 2.5 hours. Just had it on in the background while I was working. So
Notice I would slip that in there when I looked at him to go, all right, is that what you've been doing all day, watching videos?
Yeah, so no, it was good. It was really good. I've got to say, I've got plans for it, but like I've just got to get it started. So now sorted out the internet and sort of found out that I don't set up the live on my phone and then expect it to be on my laptop when I go onto it, which I don't know why, because it's StreamYard.
it should still work. I don't understand why it wouldn't.
It actually was. It just wasn't in there, so I had to redo the same thing again, which is why some people were sitting in another one. But obviously got it all sorted now, so yeah, no, it'd be good to say. I'm going to keep changing the background and putting more things in it and changing things on it, and say once I get rid of a load of stock, I'm going to make the filming area bigger, and I'm still going to build I'm going to build part of it as like a little mini pub, so I can like do a bit of filming in that and have a green screen and do bits and pieces. So yeah,
the thing is, you can't. It's like the magic of the movies. You can't really tell that you sat in a little tiny corner in your shed, like
if you actually
that you shared previously,
yeah,
and you can't tell that you sat down there in the corner. You know what I mean?
yeah, because like it's just stacked everywhere to the ceiling. It's literally all round you. So yeah, no, it's good. So that's a good thing about sort of making a little set is you don't seal that thing. But no, it's all good. It's all good. I'm happy with it. So
yeah.
Look at Damien just looking all cool there with his kitten on his shoulder.
hello. Hello hi to everyone in the chat that's saying hello, Joanne, Sean, Peter,
Because she won't be
Jimmy,
that small for long.
Steve.
He's looking all cool for now till it like bites him or scratches him or something.
No, she's a good girl. She'll quite happily
They've
just
got
sit
some
up there.
claws on them. Even my cats and my dogs regularly beat me up.
Oliver Ian said you ruined the magic for him.
Oh, sorry, mate. I'll make more magic.
Some people talking about house prices. Oliver Ian said in Wales you'd get a mansion for 500k.
Well,
in London you get a Kit Kat.
I mean, we're like a stone's throw from the beach, and ours,
Oh,
I think there was one that I think ours is the biggest in the road, and there was one 2 doors away that sold for I think 500 or 550.
Jesus.
So,
It's crazy money at the minute. Crazy money.
The problem is, I mean, it's like you might think to yourself, like, "Oh, it's great, you know, my house is worth like 500 grand," but then you've got to go and buy one somewhere.
Got to buy another one. That's the problem.
that's the thing.
Unless you're like moving to, like, if we were selling here and moving to Manchester, we'd be quids in because we'd be able to, you know, you'd be able to get much more for your money. But if you're buying in the same area, you're screwed, aren't you?
Yeah, well, my
What's that
stepmum
noise?
from my stepmum brothers and sisters are all from Bolton, so like you can go up there. Like the money we've got for this house, go up there and buy 4 houses probably.
Yeah.
Who's having a piss?
I think it's Damien.
No,
Or is it PvP?
It's not me.
Damien's taking his mic into the toilet with it.
As long as you don't go to the toilet.
I would say it was Andrew having a bath, but I can't. He sat there on his sofa.
Yeah.
I'm innocent.
Didn't realise it was picking up the mic on these. It usually picks it up on the iPad.
That was picking it up. That was picking it up well.
I was just
thought
getting
it was
worried
coming
there,
from the
David.
ceiling.
We were just waiting for the zipper to come down.
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
no.
God.
Back to the Python.
Just taking the kitten to the cat litter tray because
What was that? That
My
reminded
cat's
me
laughing
of.
instead.
she's litter trained, but she just needs reminding that she needs to go, and it's like she starts meowing. And it's like she either wants food or she needs a toilet. So I just put it right and start running the
Oh, you
bath because
speak
I'm not going to stay
cattle.
on for the whole stream.
Is
You
it
speak
Naked
that
Gun where he goes into the toilet with the microphone on? Naked
No.
Gun, is that it? Frank Drebin.
Probably.
What are you doing?
Probably. I can't remember.
Yeah, my
But
dogs
this is
only
a
start
movie
clawing
night.
when they want some food.
This is reselling night.
Yeah.
I like Oliver Ian's comment there, Damien the Bond villain.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
You're the villain
got-
who's James Bond.
I'll pick that up today. That's a bolo to look out for.
It's not movie night.
The Lost Films of Laurel and Hardy. 25 pence I paid for that, and they've been going for sort of 35 quid. Most of them in America are sort of between 60 and 160 quid. It's crazy.
Wow.
That was the best music then.
I love Laurel and Hardy.
Sorry, it's my
I
mum
love
calling
Knight
me.
Rider. Don't she watch? She doesn't watch this.
No, she don't. I don't even know if she knows how to work YouTube.
I see.
Those
She can
films
do
don't look-
Facebook.
them films don't look very lost to me, Richard. They look like you're in your hand.
I know, yeah. It's good, isn't it?
You found him. You've solved the mystery.
Magic. It's magic. I solved it. Yeah, I solved the mystery. But I love Laurel and Hardy. But say 25 pence, and like I say, there's three that have gone for sort of 35 quid plus 15, 20 quid postage from the States and that, and some of them in the States are up for like between 60 and 100 quid. 160 quid, I think, one's up for.
Wow.
No money
Crazy.
in media.
No, there's no money in media.
No, not at all.
No money in media.
Speaking of mums, your mum's here.
Oh, God.
Follows you around.
Yes. Do you know, so the first time I saw her in a chat, I nearly died. But what's she doing there?
Does she stalk you on your videos?
Yeah, proper stalks me.
Oh, you know what was funny?
She doesn't watch my videos. She only watches lives. She don't watch
on
my
lives,
videos.
okay.
Actually, that's a lie. She does. She puts them on for my sister's kids, and they go, Uncle Rich on the telly. So she puts me on the big telly for them.
You know what was funny the other day? I'm not sure which show it was on. It might have been Saturday night or whatever, or when I watched it back this morning. But you said that you were debating whether to have the second jab or not, and your mum piped up and said,
Oh yeah,
"You will have that. You will have it."
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta have mine.
Exactly what my mum would have said.
But since I had the first one, literally within hours, I felt terrible. It felt like someone had beat me up, punched me in the back of the shoulder, all down. But since it was about 6 weeks ago, since all down my left side, I'm getting pain all down my left side. At the moment, the last 2 or 3 days. This is 6 weeks ago. Last 2 or 3 days, it's made me limp. Like it's that bad. It feels like my hips bursting out the side.
Yeah.
And I say my left forearm. Since if I pick up a plate or a cup with my arm outstretched, the pain is excruciating. And when I was at my brother's last, I was getting pains in my chest and palpitations, and I was just feeling a bit crap.
Yeah, I had pains for 24 hours.
That was the AstraZeneca.
Yeah.
I had Pfizer yesterday.
I had the Pfizer, and I only had like a little bit of pain in the arm that was injected for maybe 10 hours, and that was it. I was fine.
Yeah. I went to the doctors this week, and they said, because obviously I had COVID over Christmas, I had it quite bad. It took me months to recover.
Wow.
And I've got to go back for blood tests and ECGs and stuff. But yeah, they said what I've got to do is go on the government website and flag it as a yellow card. So if you've got any things that are different to the normal things people get when they have it, you have to go onto the government website and yellow flag it.
Jeez.
And obviously then it builds their database.
Wow.
But yeah, it's done me in pretty bad. I say, a couple of days ago, I was nearly in tears. Like I just couldn't. It was killing me.
Wow. Did you get the AstraZeneca, Richard? Or?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that's like my cousin's wife got it, and they were sick for a couple of days, pretty bad. Like it just seems like that's the bad one. Like the Pfizer, I've heard has less effects because in my experience, it was like nothing really. I was expecting to get sick, but. Just as I see a little bit of soreness in the arm, and that was it.
Wait until the second dose.
Yeah, my wife was fine with it. She was absolutely fine with it. Other people I know that have had it have been like felt a bit of a bad arm for a couple of days, and then they've been fine. Yeah. Other people I know have been wiped out for a week.
Yeah, it seems to be pretty unpredictable, I guess, for sure.
Yeah, so just see how it goes.
For about 6 hours, and then I got up. I could move a little bit, And then after a while, it's fine.
Done me in for nearly a week.
Wow.
That's just a normal night, Dave, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, of course, absolutely. It's getting dark in here again.
No, I was poorly. I was getting fevers and hot and cold all night. That was what I was, and I was all right after about 24 hours. I was fine.
Sound like a freaking Katy Perry song.
Hot and cold.
Yeah.
I was nearly dying after that first dose as well. I think I've got my second one coming up. So
I'm not listening to you, Tori. It's not old age. I'm only 21.
Oh, again.
Everyone seems to be progressing to their 20s, don't they?
Yeah. 24. If I could go back to 23 was my favourite age.
Some of us are still 20. That's not regressing. That's just fact.
So he had no side effects. That's good.
I wish I could go back to the 80s, but there you go.
Yeah, definitely.
This was the arcades.
Yeah, we got. I mean, I loved the arcade. Where I live in Little Hampton, when they used to. I mean, in the 80s and that, the 70s and the 80s, they had like a roller coaster literally on the top that went round the edge of the amusements, and they had some wicked arcades in there. I mean, I met my wife down in Devon in Brixham when we were 14.
That's where I'm going next week.
Yeah, Brixham, and then we never saw each other for 20 odd years, and then Facebook. But they had a brilliant arcade there. I loved the old driving games. I can't remember what it was called now. It was a little old driving game. Nothing like the Sega rallies and all that.
Was it Virtua Racing, the first 3D Sega game?
Oh, I don't know. It was like a top-down thing. You looked at this top-down driving, but it was really good. I loved it.
Oh, okay, maybe Hot Rod.
And the 2p machines. I used to love sticking all my money in the 2p.
Well, I'm actually in a video this week on the Retro Shed YouTube channel. I'm actually in that video talking about an old classic game called Sega Virtua Racing. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Will you share it, Dave, when it comes up?
Yeah, it's out now. But
I like Sega Rally. Sega Rally is good.
Sega Rally, brilliant machine. That's older than Virtua Racing, but
I'd like to get one of them. I'd like to get one. So I've got like rid of a load of stock. I'd like to get one of them in my man cave.
Yeah.
What do you say, Damien?
Well, I said I used to play Virtua Racing a lot when I was a kid. There's Virtua Racing, there's Virtua Fighter as well.
Oh yeah.
Yep, same era.
Yeah.
Same board actually inside.
I used to like Defender. I used to love Defender.
Yeah, that's one of the most desirable games you can try and get hold of.
Yeah.
Defender. It costs about £5,000 or £6,000 if you get lucky.
No, I had one on the Mega Drive.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't afford to have an arcade machine when I was like 13, 14.
Yeah. I've got Chase HQ in the garage, which I'm trying to restore at the moment. So.
Oh, nice. That one.
Yeah, Chris actually swore the other day and said that he might consider getting rid of his little gaming arcade machine.
Chris swore. I'd never heard Chris swear.
Never.
Actually, when I clicked onto the live this morning, the first word I heard was fucking.
Isn't he, Richard? Is he the same Chris?
I think so.
We traded him in, Annabelle. Got a different model.
Oh man.
I'm pretty sure he never used to swear this much. I'm sure he didn't, but
that's because
what eBay does to you.
Yes.
Been there for a couple of years.
He sits at home swearing to himself now, Val.
Is that what it is? Is it because I'm not here to monitor him?
Just talk to the walls.
Actually, Chris, I bought a cycling top the other day for £1. And it's one for. I'll have to find it. I'll try to find it. I'll probably put it away in one of the sheds.
Is that a squid?
I paid £1, and it's one that's related to. I think it says Tour de France, but it's related to a very famous uphill, like mountain race. I don't know. It's got that all over it, so it might be worth a few quid.
Yeah, send us a pic. I'll have a look.
I'll get you to have a look. Yeah.
The Tour de France ones tend to be worth decent money, whatever it is.
I can't remember the name of but it's a famous race where they literally go up this mountain. Yeah,
do you know what makes me laugh?
You're not going to lose on £1
There isn't
anyway.
one in England.
Oh.
Do you know what makes me laugh? The fact that you have become an expert on cycling
I
choices.
haven't, though. I haven't.
But
I've sold a few, that's it.
But you moving any faster than a slow walk is like you've not even heard of.
I paid £1 for that. I paid £1 for that as well.
Is it red? That's
Hang on.
red. That's all I can see.
How
Is
do I
red.
get that on there?
It's called. What's it called? Sondico.
Okay.
I don't know anything about it, but it's a nice top.
Sports Direct brand.
I don't know. It's got a little It's got a little hologram thing down there. Look.
You get them in Sports Direct.
Yeah, I have seen the brand before.
It's one of Mike Ashley's brands now, I think.
£1. It's got to be worth something for £1, doesn't it?
Got to be worth something.
Yeah.
Certainly £1 you're not going to lose on that, are you?
No.
Squid.
A squiddly. Squiddly.
Not an octopus, a squid.
Things like this. I've got this in a big bundle. It's worth about £15, I think. It's called Landcraft.
Hang on, I'll put it on the big screen. Hang on.
Might as well just leave him up there.
Oh.
What's it supposed to be?
Is it an ice bucket?
I don't know whether it's an ice bucket because it has got a little insert.
Yeah,
It's got to be an ice bucket.
Or a champagne thing.
Nice little thing, though.
I've never seen that
There you
before.
go.
What's this charity shop stuff?
Yeah, no, I've got that in a bit. I filled the car up for £20.
Wow.
I've probably made a couple of hundred off the stuff already. I still got a load of it left, and that was just one of the bits that I picked up for them. Then I was in charity shop the other day in Woking. I picked that up for Jay Flipping Sloth. Grow your own sloth. You grow your own sloth. But no, I pulled out a load of stuff to list. I've got loads of pairs of trainers and stuff, Adidas, and some. I picked up a couple of pairs of rugby boots for £1 each.
Jimmy says you might be talking about the race on Mount Ventoux.
Oh, that sounds like it.
Could be that.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
Tori says there's a rumble trail. Actually, that sounds good, doesn't it?
That sounds dangerous.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Oh man.
There's a rumble trail on the 2nd of June around the posh part of Shrewsbury. That might be worth going to.
That's yeah. I've put down for that one, Tori. I think I'm going to go to that if I'm not moving.
There you go. You can meet up. You can have a reseller meet up.
That's my shit.
I see Sam sell stuff, rummage around, and Global Thrifters had a little meet up at Ford Car Boot on Sunday.
Oh, I've not seen that. Seen that.
Yeah, Sam got some good stuff actually. So did Kieran. Yeah, they've all got some good bits. I was going to get up and go to it, and I looked out the window and went, "Nah, you're all right. Can't be asked."
Yeah, it's rained off down here as well.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't actually raining until later on, but I just thought.
No, they cancelled the boot fest.
Yeah, well, I'd say I think the Ford one. I think they just let it go.
Ray says the Mike Ashley brands aren't worth a lot, and that Sondico might only be worth a couple of quid.
Oh, that's all right. Double my money. Got to look on the bright side.
Tori says I did a great haul today. My favourite charity shop. Spent £34 resale. Wow, nice. 250 quid plus.
Yeah, very nice.
That's good.
Wow.
I'm still not having any. How were your charity shops up in your area, Dave?
Oh, sorry, just typing. Charity shops, as I live in town, I think I've only really been out and spent once. So yeah, I did pretty well. But everything I bought I've still got. So there you go. I did wrong.
Don't really pick up very much in the charity shops around us.
No,
really, there's just nothing. Really, there's absolutely nothing.
I haven't had much luck.
Got that for 50p. Angry Birds.
I've had that one before.
50p, it's all right, isn't it?
I normally bundle them up. If you've got a few of the Angry Birds, you can bundle them up, and they tend to go all together.
I think I have got some more.
PvP, what were you saying about your charity shops?
Yeah, I haven't had much luck with them for the last year since COVID hit. It seems like they just, push their prices up ridiculously. And it's gotten even worse the last couple of months. Like, You know,
They
like stuff I
definitely
used
have
to
at the moment.
things I used to
Nice
buy for
trainers.
$5 or $6. They want $20, $25 for the same kind of stuff now. It's crazy. You know,
Yeah, I think
like,
we're all finding the same
they've
kind
really,
of thing.
yeah, they really put the clothing prices up ridiculous. I mean, it's just nuts. You know, I wouldn't pay
Is,
$25 for a used shirt. Like, come on. I mean, you know.
How open are your shops? Is everything almost normal? Or?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, we had one Salvation Army one down the street here that closed completely. They just shut right down because they were a smaller shop, I guess, so they couldn't do the social distance very well. But like the larger ones, like we have the Value Village here, that's the main one. It's pretty huge, right? And you just wear a mask, you know, go in with a mask, and you know, trying to social distance is ridiculous though, because there's so many people in the bloody place. A lot of the time, I'll go in there and be like 100 people walking around, right? So, you know. But yeah, it's just a shame the way prices have gone. Really, I just don't find much that's worthwhile anymore. So, I guess I'll have to hit the yard sales, you know, when the weather's good on the weekends is what I should start doing, I suppose.
That's got to be where the good buys are, surely.
Sometimes, you know, like if you know, sometimes I'll find like electronics, you know, if you can find some really good vintage 70s, you know, stereo, you know, equipment for a reasonable price. I've made good money on that. Sometimes you'll find media, you know, if you can get it cheap enough, it's probably good. But I don't know. Sometimes it's like hit or miss, because I find a lot of yard sales, it's just like household stuff, you know, like cups and saucers and, you know, that kind of stuff, eh? And, you know, so it's hit and miss.
Yeah. Olive Green said, any experts on sunglasses?
No, I've got thousands of pairs when I do a boot, but I don't really know a lot about them.
No. They're tough, aren't they, to identify, especially with so many fakes that you can buy with sunglasses.
Yeah. When we were in Mallorca on our honeymoon, I bought two pairs of sunglasses for $10, and one of the pairs were called Ret Bay. They're snidey Ray-Bans.
Ret Bay.
Oh, man.
I had them for years. They were all right. I picked this up today for 25 pence, the old Hercules film.
That's an old classic, eh?
Yeah.
Don't think I've ever seen it.
Steve Reeves. Good film.
Actually,
I remember seeing it on telly.
I actually don't think I've seen it either, come to think of it. But I mean, I've heard about it, you know, 100 times, but...
He's a bit like... He looks a bit like me there, but without the big belly.
Of course. Absolutely. Yeah, Hercules Knight. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm more like
Andrew, when do you move into your new place?
It'll be about the 1st of June. It'll be just over
1st of June.
Yeah,
no worries, Steve.
But I'll probably move stuff in before then. But that's when I officially take occupation from.
But Andrew, last time you did it, it was a hell of a task moving all that stuff from the cow shed to your place now.
So now you're moving out of MMUK.
Oh yeah, I won't be doing it myself. I'll be paying someone. I'm not.
I think you're at that level now, aren't you? You're going to need some help, yeah.
Why are you moving again? Just
Because,
need more room.
No, I just want somewhere cheaper that's on the ground floor and that I don't have to share.
Yeah, I want ground floor.
Basically.
So were you sharing the other place?
Yeah, the other tenant decided to wander in one day and turn off all my plugs.
Oh no!
Really? Oh,
jeez.
But was it an agreement?
Wow.
Was it an agreement?
I wasn't happy about that.
No,
right. So,
yeah, I wouldn't.
So
be
was it
happy
two
either.
tenancy agreements, or just shared
no,
on the same one?
Wow.
No, they're the landlords, but they're not supposed to come in without actual, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's got to be against like the law or something.
I mean, you got to have at least a 24-hour notice here before they can come in your apartment. I mean, they've got to give you written notice.
Yeah, same.
And they were just.
Is that your main reason for wanting to get out? Because I can understand really, because that's like a real lack of.
That's a violation of the law. It's got to be.
Yeah, it was a breach of a tenancy agreement, so I viewed that as a reason for leaving. But,
yeah, I'd be pretty upset if that happened to me.
Yeah.
Well, it's cost me too much money anyway, so.
Man.
It's not like with all your stuff in there, you've got no way at all of checking to make sure they're not taking anything with they're just coming in when you're not there as well.
Yeah, that's another concern. So this place came up and within budget and thought, go for it.
Were you in a contract or anything? Were you able to terminate your contract?
Well, as soon as they breached the contract, that's it anyway. So, but I'm past the rolling period with them now, so
probably cheaper opening up a vintage shop. Store it all there. Store it on the rails with a price tag on it.
I did think about renting the shop. But,
I have.
Don't want anything big enough, unfortunately. Well, there are things big enough, but not for a a price I could afford.
And it's normally a way. The good shops are the shops are the bigger size are normally fairly away from the high street. They're not in
I'm looking a bit like Cameron Diaz from Something About Mary. What's going on there?
Me?
You trying to tell us something there, Night's like?
I don't know. Coming on the channel all scruffy.
I'm always scruffy.
Was that the wrong word to use?
Well, it probably
coming
was.
on the channel all scruffy.
Annabelle.
This is disgusting. Stop it. Get out.
He was the one who said it's something about Mary.
Oh, yeah. Don't blaming me now. I get blamed for everything.
he didn't even know.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
James Tonks has got a question here. Being a reseller, would you leave negative feedback if you bought an item and it wasn't as described and turned up filthy?
If they didn't sort it out, I would.
I would give the seller a chance to sort it out first.
Yeah,
I would as well.
Because I would expect the same. If there's something wrong with an item that I've sent out, and I would expect the buyer to reach out to me and give me the opportunity to put it right first. If I didn't or they don't, then go about it with a negative because then you deserve it.
Yeah, it depends how good the customer service is. If they screw you over, then I'd give them a negative. But if they make it right, then, that's fine.
Fair enough.
And always be polite.
Always.
Always be polite.
I'm betting Andrew would just leave a negative.
That's it. What's the listing?
If I bought off my reselling account, I'll always give me a chance to put it right. If I bought off my buying account, it depends entirely. Well, I'd still message him. I'd message him regardless, and then depends what the response is. I tend not to leave negatives for my reselling account because I don't want people making like revenge purchases or whatever.
Exactly.
If it's from the buying account, then fuck it.
Just out of common courtesy, though, innit? You message them first, and then you just see what happens, see if they'll resolve it.
I suppose it's only what you would want doing to your account, isn't it?
Exactly.
You always want to be given the opportunity to rectify something.
Definitely.
You've got to give them a chance first.
But then, personally, you wouldn't send anything out that's a bag of
Shouldn't
crap
do,
and dirty.
I mean,
So,
some people might. I mean, the thing is, at least now you've got 500 characters to write a nice little negative if you wanted
You
to.
can write a 10-page essay now, can't you?
Oh, man.
Has anyone had any big long feedback?
Oh yeah, well,
no,
I have. I've had one, but it was a good one.
Yeah, I've had a nice negative, but
I've seen some really long-winded replies that are totally unnecessary. But you know how people can leave you a long negative or a long feedback. Well, you can leave a long reply as well, so that's good.
Yeah, I left a massive reply for someone that left me a negative.
Yeah.
Absolutely massive, because like they were trying to skank me out of $4.95 for a DVD, said it wasn't in the case. I always check the cases every single time, 100%. It's a habit I got into. I'm OCD, there's no way I didn't check it. Saying it turned up without the case. So I said, look, I've got more things to worry about with like people in my family being ill and like, you know, stresses of other stuff without you trying to rip me off for $4.95. Next thing I knew is they left a negative, so I just left a nice big long reply because I thought, you know, blatantly trying to have me over. And when I saw the name and the address, I thought something's going to go wrong here. You know, when you just know. So yeah, and I got my first negative in a long time, years.
Yeah.
Whenever I get a negative or a neutral left for me. I always reply to, if I can't get it removed, I always reply to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys do kind of explain yourself.
Oh,
I did.
on the feedback
look,
page, yes.
that was their feedback, and that was my reply.
Jesus.
Have some of that. I used every single character, I think, nearly. Yeah.
Well, actually, that would stand out, wouldn't it?
Thought I might as well make it a good one.
Peter and the vinegar jar are in.
Vinegar.
Hi, Peter.
Hooray.
Hi, Peter. Hi, Peter.
Oh, so I call him Steve because I call him
Steve?
Steve because he calls me Mike. He
Oh,
used to think my name was Mike, so I said, "Oh, okay, Steve."
Mike's life.
Mike's life. Michael Knight.
Right. Right.
Thomas says, is a negative for you lot as sellers on your eBay really a bad thing?
Good
A
question.
really bad thing.
Not really.
Do you know what? If I'm buying something off someone, I don't even look. Unless it's like something stupid like 60 or 70%, I don't even look.
I think
it
sits on there
depends.
for a year, doesn't it?
If
It
you've got a lot of
depends on how
negative-
many negatives you get too, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if I go on, looking for an item and I go on and the price is good, and then I check the seller's feedback, and their feedback is horrible, I'm not going to buy from them, right?
And I'll check
If they've
what
got too many,
negative
if they've got too many
feedback is.
negatives. I mean, if they got like one or two, and the rest of the feedback is great, well, that that's not a problem then. But it's the percentage, right?
I always check as well, like where they've feedback left for buyers and left for sellers and all
Oh
that.
yeah.
Check all of it, because some of them
Yeah.
they'll have lovely
Sometimes.
feedback in theirs, and you look in feedback left for others, and they've just left pure negatives.
Yeah, I've
Because they
seen
just
some of
do
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some nasty people on
you
eBay.
need to check that one as well. Check all their boxes. Just check all their feedback.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if you buy something sometimes like really from a seller who's got something like 100,000 feedbacks, you will see a lot of negatives.
Yeah, but
Right.
like,
People
you see 50
will-
negatives
but
out of
the percentage
3,000 positives.
is, as PvP said, the percentage is what you really got to look for, really.
Yeah.
And if there really was a bad seller, of course, we've got the other system, which is the top rated and everything. It will throw you off eBay eventually. So when you get below
That's true.
standard. So
Pete's called me Steve the Vinegar.
Steve the Vinegar. That sounds salty.
Does, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm a comedian, not.
But
Like the manager, I'm writing my memoirs in the eBay feedback.
Yeah.
Oh, you're awake. Annabelle's awake.
I shush you noise you.
You were yawning at the beginning of this stream.
Oh, she does all the time.
Yeah, it wasn't a good start. I've done it back
you just got out of bed,
today.
didn't you? Yeah.
I've started tired and woke up a little bit.
Tired.
I mean,
How was the
sometimes
tire?
it's annoying when you get a negative or a neutral. When you've got like a clean slate and somebody it messes with your OCD a bit, doesn't it? When you get one of them, I think that's the
Yeah,
only thing.
It's not
can
fun
be
to
annoying.
get one, yeah.
No,
And a lot of the
it
time,
gets
like
you.
when you get a negative, a lot of the time it's something that can be resolved. I mean, people leave negatives without even contacting you, and like what we said before, it's like you could have just messaged me and we could have sorted it out.
I had one calling me a bad seller because I refused to give somebody a partial refund. But I said to him, I said, look, if you can send me a picture of the issue, I'm happy to give you a partial refund or a full refund, depending on the nature of it.
I said the same
I
thing.
was a bad seller. I was the worst seller ever, except eBay removed it. It was just
They wouldn't remove mine, and because I sent the first message to the people, I said, look, I've got other things to worry about. I said, send the CD case back. I said, send it back to me. I'll get it repacked exactly the same way. Get it reweighed at the post office. I've got the weight of the original weight on my receipt, so we'll see the difference and see that the CD or DVD was in there. I said, so just send it back and I'll sort it out, and then I'll refund you. But like they were just having none of it. Just said I was rude. Can't understand that.
Yeah, there's James's response as to what happened there. Basically, they wouldn't accept that it was dirty, so fair enough. We'll have to leave them a negative.
Yeah.
Crochet says feedback's so heightened on eBay, but no one really cares on Depop.
No, I don't think.
Nobody bloody leaves you feedback on Depop.
I don't think anyone really cares on eBay, to be honest.
Well, it's historical. I mean, you go back to 20 odd years. It used to be the be all and end all.
Yeah, eBay's built on it.
But back then you could leave negatives as well, couldn't you?
There's a collective consciousness of eBay that exists that still hangs on. So every now and again, you'll get a message of somebody says, "You haven't left me feedback. I haven't. Why haven't you left me feedback?" You know. And they're collecting that, and now you look at it, and they'll have like 10,000 plus feedback. So I don't know, you know, like 10,989 is no better than 10,987. Yeah, but you know, it's all historical, and Depop is a lot younger.
Yeah.
And you know, and all the millennials these days, and the ones that have only come on, you know, using the internet and buying and become adults in the last 5-6 years or so. They couldn't give a crap about these sort of things. They'll use it to vent when they've had an issue, but you know they're not poring over like sellers' feedback. You know, when they want to see you buy something, it's like, I like that item, I want it, I will buy it. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
and then return it later.
So do you think eBay needs to get rid of feedback?
Yeah, get rid of the feedback and keep the 5-star ratings.
Yeah, I don't see the use in the feedback a lot of the time, really. I mean,
I don't think anyone really reads it.
Yeah, and I don't think buyers read it. And the thing is, if you get a terrible buyer that's just, you know, ripping people off, eventually they'll probably get booted anyway. But you know, I mean, as a seller, you can't leave any, you know, negative feedback for buyers anymore. So
no,
I don't see the value in it, really.
I like the number though. I like the number. That tells you that person has traded a fair bit.
Yes.
So
that can be useful.
They could keep the numbers though, and just not have the, you know, the ability to leave a message, right?
Yeah, I don't think the message is relevant.
Like you could leave a positive, but you just don't type any words, kind of thing.
They could turn that number into maybe number of sales.
Yeah.
Would that give you confidence? You know, if you saw somebody had sold, you know, 10,000 items or 1,000 items.
The people who game the system, they just sell like 1,000 things at like a penny each.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's true.
And so yeah, I think the 5-star ratings that we have for the set like postage is more than sufficient. You know, you look at that. I mean, it's like not that it's obvious, like when you're looking at someone's, unless they're actually on their store page, what it is anyway. But if they made that more prominent and made it available to us in the app as well, because we can see everybody else's stars, but we can't see our own.
That's true, actually. Yeah, you can.
Don't know why. But yeah, that's all the customers say. Is it good? Are you getting good value for your postage? Are you getting there? Are you getting deliveries on time? Is your customer service good? You know, that sort of thing. And you know, the feedback is rubbish, really.
Yeah, if you got a 5 out of 5, yeah. Even a 4 out of 5 is a good rating.
Yeah.
Jilly says, I don't care if I get feedback or not, and also says, if anyone asks for feedback, I don't give it.
I just forget to leave feedback most of the time.
Yeah,
I tend to do it in bulk. So sometimes eBay will send you a message and say, oh, you've got 20 items to leave feedback for, and I'll go and do it all at once.
That's usually what I would do too. Yeah.
I leave it when they leave it for me. Once they leave it for me, then I'll leave it.
I forget what I last to do.
Whilst we're on the subject of feedback, does anybody automatically leave feedback when someone buys something? Because I do. I just have auto feedback.
No, I always wait until they get the item and they're happy.
That's like fishing for likes on the YouTube video.
Yeah, I'd never give feedback as soon as the purchase happened, because you might get someone that gets the item and really, you know, is unhappy and leaves you a negative. And you know, I just wait for the buyer to you know, leave their reply first.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think that makes much of a difference anymore. But I don't do that just because I haven't been bothered to go and look and find out how to turn that option on. But I probably would if I had better things to do.
See, the way I see it is that if somebody buys something, pays for it, and I've shipped it, then they've done their job and they deserve feedback for just doing that.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. I just say payment received, many thanks, and I have like 5 different feedbacks, and it randomly puts a different one on each time.
Okay.
So that's what I do, and I'm just interested to know what everyone else does. Because Some
I say
people
thank
say,
you.
"Oh no, you shouldn't do that," but I just think once they've paid, that's their job done.
I like to. I mean, it's like I say, I forget a lot of the time to leave feedback.
I forget.
But yeah, same as that. But I like even if I was on the ball and I left feedback for everything that sold, I would wait till I got feedback before I'd leave feedback.
Yeah, that's what I do.
That's what I do when I get feedback. I reciprocate at that point.
Because you might put a lovely feedback, say, yeah, fantastic buy, and they go, got the item, what a tosser, this, that, and the other, and I thought,
Exactly.
like, oh, no, you can wait for your feedback.
Yeah, I always
But then
wait.
again, as we just said, I'm not really focused on the feedback system at all, really.
No, I'm not bothered about it.
I just move on to do other things. I haven't got time.
I don't think a transaction's really complete though until the buyer receives the item and they're happy with it, and and they give you a positive, feedback. Right?
Oh.
That's when the transaction's completed
your
to me.
Your point would be more valid if we could still leave negative or neutral feedback for the buyer.
Well, I was going to say that.
Well, it would be nice.
I used to be more on the ball with feedback back in 2003 when I was first got onto eBay, and you could leave negatives and you could leave neutrals if they were.
It was much more important back then, though, wasn't it? Because that's how they really started.
You was building your
trust in the platform,
things, wasn't you?
built on it.
Yeah.
From a buyer's point of view, feedback is neither here nor there. It doesn't matter whether you leave feedback for a buyer or not. No. It makes sod all difference.
No.
Yeah, I don't think most buyers care.
Only for us sellers.
Really, but you used to be able to do it because at least then, if someone sends you a question, you can sort of on something, you can check their feedback, and if they got loads of negatives, think right, well, he's going on the block list. I've got quite a big block list. I have myself. I've got quite a big block bidders list.
That's one thing I love about best offers is someone will make you an offer on an item, and you can go and check their feedback.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some people who have feedback that's really frightening, lots of negatives for sellers, and I'll just block them right away.
I never check the feedback for, it's no difference whether they pay full price for it or they send an offer.
But I'm talking about
I know,
offers.
You can look if you get an offer on something. If I'm selling something for 10 quid and somebody sends me an offer for 9, and I go and check that the feedback and they go, oh, that's shocking, no, decline. If they had paid full price for it, then
then you could have been screwed, because you would never have known what their feedback was like, right?
When I get an offer, I don't go hunting on the buyer.
I always check it.
Well, I must admit, I don't look.
You're looking for ghosts, and there might not be none.
The only thing I look at is the number and the percentage underneath their name.
No,
just visually across the screen there, and that's it. That's all I look at.
I just look, and if I see a bunch of red X's like negative, I just block them. I can't be bothered, wasting my time with a buyer like that.
No,
if they're like 100,000 feedback, it's a different thing.
No, the Mewtwo that I had, somebody sent me an offer. I adjusted the price to 250 because it was the Chinese model, not the Japanese model, so it wasn't worth the full 300. Somebody sent me an offer for £210. They were a brand new buyer with zero feedback, and I accepted. I didn't bat an eyelid. The only numbers I'm interested in is the ones after the pound sign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's a valid point. I mean,
no issues, but
I have the same
people in various Facebook groups and everything like that will have declined that because there was zero feedback buyer.
I have the same attitude with new buyers. So I'll give a new buyer. Always give a new buyer benefit of the doubt, and I'll accept their offer because I think I've never had a bad experience with a new buyer. Actually, come to think of it,
And can you still do guest buying where you?
That's the thing. That's the thing. There's so many of your listings. This is half the reason why we have to do item specifics, is so that stuff will appear on Google shopping searches, right? And then when someone buys us straight off Google, they end up being a guest checkout.
Yes,
they'll have zero feedback.
Yeah.
And all the people that won't sell to people with zero feedback must be mental, because all you're doing is not selling your stuff to valid customers.
Just limiting the audience.
And then you see the same people complaining about not getting sales.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
I have no problem selling to people with zero feedback. That doesn't worry me at all. Really.
Also, a problem is only a problem when one turns up, and I'm not interested in what I don't go rooting around customers' past history if they've sent me an offer anything like that. It's like, is the price something I'm willing to accept? That is my.
Oh, I do. If someone
I'll
messages
always
me on
check
an
the
item, I
feedback.
ask them for a DBS check.
If anything, I'll probably look up the address.
Yeah.
If I might go that far.
I'm kind of with Damien on this. I don't really look anything up
if
really
you're
at
get
all.
screwed over by a customer, I mean, it doesn't matter what their feedback score is, what their history. If they want to screw you over, they will try it on. And it doesn't matter, you know, it could be the first time they've ever tried it. You know.
Yeah, my point is though, it's if they have a history, if they have a long-term pattern of screwing over sellers with leaving hundreds of negatives or something, I'm just not going to deal with them.
That's fine. I'm a top-rated seller. I've got protections from eBay. If I get screwed over, I'll give them the 50% refund. I'll get the negative removed.
Yeah. Well, I guess we just have a difference of opinion.
I don't go looking for.
I do it my way. You do it your way. That's cool, Damien.
It is funny how, you know, there's so many different ways that people operate. You know, everyone's got a different way of operating, haven't they?
Yeah, but what James is saying there, he refused an offer as a new buyer, wanted him to post a hi-fi to India. That one, I don't think I would have gone through.
I would do
No.
that.
No, I mean, yeah.
That sounds like a bit risky.
That's a bit dodgy, isn't it?
I need to read this one out.
Over WhatsApp is that mess me offering me like 10% above the asking price. I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there are limits to, you know, sensibility. But
yeah, there's some silly requests that come through.
I don't go looking at other people's feedback, you know, because you end up worrying about nothing. If the buyer's going to screw you over, you'll get screwed over regardless of whatever the history is.
Definitely.
So I just take the money if it's a price that they're offering me that is reasonable, and I'm happy to accept it. And I post it and I forget about it. I don't look and see whether it's delivered anymore. I don't look at it's like if there's going to be an issue, the issue can come to me. I'm not going to go looking for and worry. I've got better things to do with my day.
Oh, yeah, time, yeah.
Vinegar Jar Peter says.
Peter's out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to read it. I'd like to see some meaningful metrics on buyers, like returns rates. I'd like to block any buyers with a return rate of, say, 10% or over. So serial returners.
I think there might be data protection laws over that.
Yeah. Returns in Royal Mail are huge. I mean, we as senders, we got the rules, the small parcel, the medium parcel, and everything else, and all the. But what I pick up in returns, massive, great big fishing rods, massive, great big boxes, heavy as hell, because it doesn't really work. We've actually got to set our listings up correctly, so the weight and the items, so that actually things get returned properly at the right costs and everything else. But when I go to the post office to go and pick everything up, I see everything. But I've got to pick it up. I can't decline it. I've got to actually do it. So here it goes. It's quite surprising how things have changed. But if you were sending something out, you got to follow all the rules. But a return, completely different. Anything goes.
Dave, can I ask you a question as a postie?
Sure. I have no questions.
Do you ever do knock and runs?
The biggest problem with knock and runs, is we get accused of it a lot. But most of the problem is we need to get rid of your parcel. We're not going to just throw it over the fence like we did with Andrews the other day. So, we've got to get rid of it, or we take it back to the depot. It's simple. So, or we'll get it next day to take it out again.
But I mean, it's happened so many times for me, right? Where I've been sat in my front room, and I'm sure that some of the chat have got this experience as well. And you get up, sort of, normal. You walk past your front door, and there's a red card on the mat. And I don't understand why. Why would you put a card through and say that you couldn't deliver it when you could have got rid of the parcel?
Chris, it's simple. Change the batteries in your doorbell.
Oh, shut up.
Seriously. The amount of times we press that button and the customer has never, ever, ever pressed their button is unreal. And what I do when I go ding dong and then knock, I do both.
I bet he actually stands at the door and says ding dong like that.
Ding dong,
Ding dong.
And I win. I give it 30 seconds.
With you, but it is annoying. I'm not messing with it.
I'm writing the card out probably after 10 seconds. Because by the time you've opened the door, I can just screw the card up and throw it away. So, you know, I've got about 30 seconds to 40 seconds to deliver your parcel in reality. Unless I'm a van driver and going around with a medium parcel or a bigger parcel. And that's different. So, if you want to...
Our well guy is pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
I don't have no complaints really. But in the old house, I'm telling you now, they used to put that bloody card through and not even knock on the door.
But it takes
I don't know
about
why you
a
would
minute
do
to
that.
write it.
I don't understand why.
It takes too long to write them. You know, you got to put your address down. You got to take what type of parcel it is.
Yeah, it just it
and,
don't make any sense.
what round you're
Anyway.
on, who you are.
Oh, we don't. Round here, they just tick the
mine
box,
never
say we
filled
called. We're
They
taking it back to
And
the depot.
there's a new card out as well
first
now.
line of address and sort of like stick it through the door.
I actually think in our old address, what they started doing was it wasn't a case of they didn't want to knock on our door. They just got so used to our elderly neighbour knowing she would always be in 100%. They stopped delivering to us, so they drop it at her house and just post a card through our door.
Oh, jeez.
What's Peter Harrison saying?
That's called local
The
knowledge.
post round.
Job lot of 195 German books, most are pre-1939, being a UK seller. Complete stuff for £1. Germany, eBay. So might have sold for €40.
Jeez.
Sell them to Germany.
Germany.
Yeah, definitely.
Sell them to Germany.
Related items sold
Put
for
GSP
good
on.
money.
Yeah, either set up your own international shipping so that it can go to Germany, or just stick GSP on it.
German
See, for a lot
sells
of my
well.
big stuff that goes abroad now, I use a shipping company in Pyramid Studios.
Oh,
So much cheaper.
I've been there.
What, Pyramid Studios?
You know
love
I
it
have,
up there.
Richard.
Yeah,
You know,
I love
we
it.
talked about
You've
it.
done all the signs up there.
Did the signage up there.
I'm going up there because I sat literally last night. I was watching Carry On Camping, and obviously I did a bit of filming where they did the camping drive. But I've managed to track down last night. I don't know. I just had plenty to do, and nothing to do. So I literally found where Terry Scott's house was on when I come out with the tandem. So I know exactly which house it is. I've always driven around that estate, but I now know exactly which house that was, and also the one where Sid James and Bernard Breslaw went to pick up Joan Sims and the other lady for going off camping.
Yeah.
So I've found out both exact addresses, so I'm going to contact them and see whether I can just, they mind me filming out there.
Very good.
So next time I go up there, I'll do a bit of filming.
I haven't been up there for years.
Oh, I love it up there. I love it every time I go up there.
He didn't even have. He did that. This is the answer. Then.
All right, go on then.
Was his name Dave? His name was Dave.
No parcel in the van to collect. Okay, let's just say, for instance, it's around 2:00 in the afternoon, which is what you might call going home time. You might get one or two of those then.
Here we go. This is the real answer. This is what happens.
Ding dong. Doorbells don't work sometimes.
Wax on, music too loud, garden.
Yeah. They get in there. They've even got the headset on or talking on StreamYard. Or, that's a good point, Chris. You do a lot of that. And the music's on, they're out the back, we get all the things. And sometimes I will stay there for 2 or 3 minutes at least sometimes, depending on, because on the round I used to do when I pushed the cart around, it's about 500 houses. You get to know them. You get to know your customers. You know what they're doing, where they will be.
That's why my postman knocks and runs, because he knows that if I'm in, I'll pick it up, and if I'm not, he'll be safe there. Yeah,
there's certain rules we can bend if you get the drift, and saying like secret places. We're not allowed to, but we will sometimes put them in places.
You see what happened? See what happened to Bill? LB Retro. I sent him a parcel. He bought a T-shirt off me. I packed it up with a load of extra bits for his kids and that, and sent it to him by Hermes. The Hermes lady dropped it off. Didn't knock or anything, I don't think, because they said they never heard a knock on the door. and he's got it all on his CCTV. Because he said, "Oh, it hasn't turned up." I said, "Well, it says it's been delivered." Look for his CCTV, where she'd left it outside. She'd delivered it. About 5 minutes later, the Royal Mailman come along to pick up his parcels and took it.
Oh no! Oh yeah, because he has collections.
And he still hasn't. Managed to find where it is.
Oh, that's
I'll
tragic.
be lost.
That was before Christmas. That was 2 weeks before.
Oh, that's
I'll be lost.
that's horrible.
Yeah.
So that is actually the fault of the Royal Mail guy.
And I've actually seen the CCTV of his lady dropping it off, and then the Royal Man picking it up, walking off of it.
Yeah.
Never to be seen again.
It won't be. It'll be gone.
Well, it could only happen to Bill.
I know.
He'll be in Ireland right now. He'll be in Ireland.
Probably.
Which is where all the things disappear to. When they have a problem too, because I think something to do with laws in the country, I guess, about opening packages and stuff.
Right,
we used to have one of them doorbell things, didn't we? Where the ring doorbells.
Oh, I hate them.
I accidentally screwed the app up, so we couldn't get it anymore.
She broke the app.
How do you break the app?
I don't know, but she broke it.
It wasn't working properly, so I did what you do to all apps when they're not working properly. I took it off my phone and re-put it on, and it just completely screwed it up.
Oh.
Yeah. In the early days of Ring.
Are you going?
Yeah, I'm jumping off now.
Sorry,
Damien.
Damien.
Right. See you later.
Night, Damien. Bye.
Yeah, in the early days of Ring, and so on, because us postmen suddenly had this new thing. It was like, oh, okay. You're getting these instructions from the customer, and what we really want is the door to open so we can get the parcel through. We can care less what you said on the Ring. We're not allowed to dump the parcel anywhere, even if I can't prove it's you on the other end of the phone who's on this parcel. I can't prove it. So
that's a good point.
Yeah.
And later on, we've got now guidance on Ring, which basically means we can now, discuss with the customer. But most of the time, if we press it, we don't hear of it. We're writing out of that card in the letterbox and gone. And of course,
sometimes
if
it takes
Cookie
a
hasn't
while
had the
to
card,
answer it, and there's a delay and everything, isn't there?
Sorry, say it again. Sorry, I was talking.
So sometimes it takes a bit of time to answer those when it comes up on your phone, and there can be a delay as well, like 30 seconds.
Yeah, there is a delay, and it's annoying. And of course, by that time, we're gone.
Yeah,
we're gone. We can when you're at the place's house, you kind of know who's in the building because you can feel or hear a person coming down the stairs. You can hear all this from the outside of your house. So if I was ringing on your house, Chris, I would hear you coming down the stairs to the door, or if you're at the back, you're just coming in. You think, oh well, they're here. They're going to open the door, aren't they? Yeah. Unless you're at the back.
500 drops, Dave. You got it easy. 1,400 between two.
I'm part-time. Now I'm a collections guy.
JJ says, Andrew, how's the new office? Well, you're not in there yet, are you?
Nope, not yet.
Have you got like a plan? Are you going to decorate or anything, or do you need to do anything?
Well, it could do with a repaint, but I'm in no rush.
You'll never get that done.
I was just going to shove the stuff in there, and that's it. Might turn part of it into an office at some point, but
you said before, Andrew, that it's smaller than your other one, so it's already full. The other one, so how does that work?
The other one's not full anymore.
It's just got to stack it higher.
Yeah.
That's what I've had to do. Just stack it higher. It's fine.
Queenie says my husband always has his headphones on, and they're always missing parcels.
Yeah.
Boy.
Need to get a flashing doorbell.
Yeah, you can get them.
Yeah, well, no, I was going to say when I was working in home care, I was sat keeping an elderly lady company. Didn't even dawn on me. Obviously, I knew the lady was deaf that I was sat with, but I was sat there and this flashing thing was going off on the wall, and I was just looking, thinking, what the hell? why have they got this flashing thing in the
Yeah.
house? And there's been someone
Yeah.
trying to get in the house for God knows how long, like pressing this
Yeah.
doorbell.
Yeah.
Thomas says, my
Definitely.
postman gets a hump every time he comes. I put a silly title on my eBay parcels. Like one came the other day and I put on Vice Postmaster General.
The only problem with putting silly names on your parcel is your first line. Okay, we write you the 739 card and put it front of the door. Now you've got to go back to the depot with your card as some wanker or something, hand it over. They got to go and find the parcel. And then, have you got any ID? If you haven't got ID, you're stuffed.
Have you got any? Is there any admins in the chat?
Sorry, I might need moderating.
Well, I think someone does.
Oh, something going on.
We're kicking Tori off.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of Tori.
Somebody got deleted.
Yeah, they've been deleted. Oliver Ian says, you're writing out that card before you leave the depot, Dave.
When I first started, about 6-7 years ago, one of my colleagues used to get the old-fashioned scanner and scan all the parcels in the van. You know, he's put in the van and then go and deliver. Well, to us as resellers, that means it's delivered. Now, if there's a problem with delivery, but now you can't do that because of GPS location. So,
Mr. Diggs.
Mr. Diggs is in.
Different.
I've got to head off now. Good to chat
All
with
right,
you.
Andrew.
Cheers, Andrew.
Yeah.
See you later.
Cheers, Andrew.
Thanks for coming on.
Have a good
Chat
night.
soon.
Have a good one.
We move.
Bye.
Bye.
And then there was 4.
Yeah,
5.
getting down to the hardcore now.
Well, to be fair, it's 10 to 10. I'm
We've
way
got
over.
10 minutes.
I'm way over bedtime.
We'll go to 2 hours. I can't stop on 1 hour 51. It's just not right.
What? We're going for another 2 hours? Sweet.
Yeah, another 2 hours. Yeah.
That's a bit different.
Yeah.
No,
Bit
no
different,
offense,
I'm
but
not
you lot
awful.
would do. You lot would still be on air in 2 hours' time.
Yeah. Easy.
Not me, really. Not really. I got to do something.
Kathy's just popped in to say hello. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Any more Royal Mail questions while we're talking on Royal Mail?
I
In
had
the chat,
one.
anyone?
It wasn't Royal Mail, but I had an issue with a parcel with Hermes. Believe it or not. Well, and basically they'd allegedly attempted 2 deliveries, and my customer had contacted me to say, I've been here. They haven't attempted any deliveries.
Yeah.
So I rung Hermes and actually got through to Hermes. I spoke to a really nice lady, and she went and checked all the tracking. And when he's saying that he attempted to deliver, she actually admitted to me that on the tracking, he was showing as being 800 meters away from the location at the time. So she was like, oh, this isn't right. We'll have to, we'll get this sorted. I'll get on the phone to him. I'll tell him to go back. And she sorted it straight away. Brilliant.
Yeah. Well, that's very good, because normally a lot of people get onto Facebook to find a Hermes driver in their area and then trying to resolve it that way. But there's another thing. A friend of mine who I know very well, she sits in the van with the scanner while the other guy gets out and does all the parcel work. And then she will flag up whether or not it's delivered or not. But she sat in the van, so the GPS will be 800 meters away.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so there's other things. And for instance, when I'm delivering with my cart, I sometimes will scan the parcel as I'm walking towards the door. I might be 2 or 3 doors away. So it's not accurate.
No, it can't be 100% accurate, can it, anyway?
Because that would then show I could probably delivered it next door.
Mel's moving house at the moment,
Hello,
I think.
Mel.
So
I don't
in there.
envy you, Mel. I hate
exhausted,
moving
lots
house.
of tears.
She had to take a window out to get the sofa in.
God, did I tell you that? Go on.
Yeah, my mum and dad's house, they had to do that to get theirs in.
Yeah, so I took them out for a
Me
bit.
and my brother sold a full-size sleeping chamber from Aliens once. Drove it to a guy in Birmingham. We couldn't get it through his front door, so he had we left it with him. under his carport. He had the window took out, had it put in his front room and the window back in, and then his wife decided it wasn't staying there.
Oh, nothing worse.
So yeah,
Definitely.
There you go, Dave.
Definitely. Right. Funny enough, I would love to have the opportunity to be a post lady. Do you know if they do anything to become one? Many thanks. Okay, the way to get into Royal Mail is wait for Christmas, because they normally
they take on
advertise.
loads of people, don't they? Christmas.
Exactly. You then will sort of be assessed on your ability, how well you got on, and then you may be offered an opportunity to go for a proper job interview at Royal Mail, and then put on what they call a part-time contract, 20 hours mostly, or 25, depending on what positions they got available, because we do get a number of people retire. But rounds, the good stuff, let's say, the good rounds, are normally offered internally, and then
Right.
so you have to do boring 20 hours before you get the 40 or 38 hours as it is now. So it is good. It is a good thing to do if you're a reseller, like I'm supposed to be. I do 20 hours, and at 2 p.m. I'm off to Royal Mail until 6:30 in my case. So in the morning, I got that whole morning to get on with reselling or whatever I'm doing. So it's useful. Okay, we're close to time now, Annabelle.
Jimmy says,
Got another 2 hours yet.
this is for you, Dave.
2 hours.
This is for you, Dave. I'm baffled. I did
Okay.
some parcels in the past. My post office says always write the return address smaller, because that
What?
way the computer doesn't process it. I had my own
Bollocks.
parcel delivered back to me.
Okay, yeah. You kind of put it on the back or on the side.
Yeah,
but
I always just put sender, and then just put name, number, and postcode, and that's it. That's all I put on it.
But Packlint prints it out anyway, so or whatever service you're using. So it's not a big deal. And RTS returns essential in this game. Absolutely essential. As soon as we've got an issue with your parcel, it goes back.
Right. Thomas says, does Dave get a postman discount?
No. The reason why... That's it, yeah. We get free stamps and we get a bonus at Christmas if we did well. We got a bonus during COVID, actually. But we get stamps every Christmas, and then we can just stick them on eBay.
Yeah, well, because your brother's wife's a post lady, isn't she?
Yeah.
She was telling us that, but she's dead lucky because her round that she's got is literally round where she lives.
Yep.
So she said she doesn't have to worry about getting caught short when she's out, because she just nips back to the house. And
we're supposed to have designated points to stop at.
Oh, okay.
That issue, or a van driver, you just drive back to the depot.
Tea Cakes has got a question for you there, Dave.
Okay, I'm gonna have to read.
It says, I'm getting a collection from Friday. Is there something I will get that the postie has to scan to say he's been to his house?
Okay, Dave. First of all, it sounds like you're getting... you're referring to the eBay free collections. It's all free now at the moment.
Could be.
What happens on that particular type of collection? Delivery, basic delivery, on their PDA, there's a little box at the bottom. And it will tell you, you've got to stop at this address at this particular time, I guess. And when you deliver to the house, you're supposed to go and then pick up the parcels and so on. I don't know. I've not actually done it yet because I'm on a different service. I'm on the collections, the proper collections. But if it's the eBay one where you go and pick up, well, it used to be 72p a parcel, didn't it? Now it's free. And they just scan whatever prints out from eBay, I guess. Should be straightforward.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, we're not aware of any special bits and pieces.
Just checking the rest of the
What's
chat
the
before
sign?
we call it a day.
Fix it. I run eBay from a few storage sheds, I still have found too much eBay stock all at home. Today I'm doing multiple loads to the charity shops to get rid of it. Oh, well, that's good for you, Mel. I know you got lots of crap there. It's time you got rid of some of it. Because some of it's not selling, isn't it?
It's amazing how much stuff Mel has.
She is.
She's got a ton of stuff, hasn't she?
She gets all the regular books.
Oh, yeah. It's unreal. It really is.
It is. I mean, you can't sell them, can't you? It's like we struggle with our media. We can't get rid of it. And then, we have to get rid of it somehow.
These days. Yeah.
Does Mel still? I mean, question for Mel: do you still have like your clothing eBay stuff as well as books, or is that all gone?
No, I don't think she does clothing anymore.
Right.
No, she's quit that. Sold. She gave it to a friend of another reseller, I think.
Because she had that massive haul from that shop that she cleared out, didn't she?
I've seen all your crap, and you have more than
to Kathy she's going. Her battery's nearly dead. My battery's nearly dead too.
Bye, Kathy.
Yeah.
She's having a go at me now.
Belle, we don't want to know that.
PPI collection each day. What do you say, PPI collection?
What's the next subject we're talking about then for the next hour or two?
Can I just finish off Dave's comment? Okay, PPI collection each day having to pay $787 to get a collection each day. You need to rephrase that, Dave. I'm aware of people paying a lot of money to get a huge amount, like a van full, every day.
Oh,
yeah,
Mel's
I have
got some kids' clothing.
Mm.
Well, you're probably wearing it.
And loads of clothing, apparently.
I have loads of clothing.
Right, come on. What have you got on this week? Come on.
Yes.
Come on. All right.
Next section.
I think Tea Cakes might still be coming back with that question.
You've got to wait for it. Take your time, Dave. Take your time.
Yeah.
Thursday, 7 p.m. is movie chats. This week it's Kung Fu week. Fucking hell. I hate Kung Fu shit.
It's great. Martial arts.
I hate it.
Used to like it.
Like Leslie Chow when he jumps out the boot in The Hangover. You try and fuck on me, motherfucker.
So we've got movie chat at 7 p.m. Thursday. We've got a guest quiz master. And we've got our Netflix favourites, recommendations, and ones to miss, as always. Also, there'll be another boot sale video out at some point this week from this weekend just gone. And next Monday, I don't really know what to do on Monday Night Show because there's an extra week this month, whereas it should be 4 weeks, but there's an extra week. So then it should be the end of the month show next week, but that'll be on the 31st. So I've got to think of something else for next week.
Spring bank holiday. It's bank holiday.
Oh, the 31st is?
Yeah. It's bank holiday.
Oh, that should be a good end of the month
show.
No.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
That was the only good thing about working for someone else. 5 weeks in a month.
Oh yeah, there's Tea Cakes. Paying $787 a year, and we'll get a collection each day. Is there anything that needs to be scanned on collection?
Wow, £16,000 before free.
Right, you can get that free of charge if you have a huge amount of turnover.
16 grand.
I think it's over £1,000 is the break point. No, I don't. Are you sure about that, Bounty? I thought it was over about 1,000. I'm not sure, but it's a lot, and then you get scheduled in properly. But yeah, you have to pay something like $787 or whatever it is, and then we'll come to the door. You will have a little barcode sent to you, or no, we'll probably drop it off on the first time we come to you. There's a barcode, and we will scan that. That has to be placed somewhere on your property, maybe a window or a porch or something. And you really just need to have the bags all ready. If you haven't got any bags, ask for bags. We'll give you the bags. And you've got to have a printer, print out some paperwork from the programs. OBA, is it? I don't know. Can't remember. And we've got to be able to scan that paperwork.
There you go.
What else is he saying?
We done?
We've been trolled a lot
Okay.
tonight, haven't
No,
we?
no.
The
Yeah, it's
last
very
one,
Sorry.
very quick
the
on
last
that
one was
last one,
just
Chris.
all men are
I thought-
sinners. It must be you
I was
lot.
just about to read out some words of wisdom from that one.
Wow.
I've blocked him. I've blocked him. Right,
Oh,
we are
man.
done for this week, guys. Thank you to Andrew, Damien, Dave Repairs, Night's Life Richard, and
Thank you very
PVP from Canada.
He's going to keep pointing that out.
Canada.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Thanks
Canadian
for your
content.
come on. It's been great chatting. Thanks for not leaving us alone here in the lurch. But yeah,
of fun.
thank you very much.
Andrew,
And thanks to all the
Damien.
chat as well, of course. Thank you for all being interactive and putting your questions in and stuff. Appreciate it.
And now we're going over to Bell's channel for another 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. I might see it the
And we're
weekend.
done.
I'm a wimp. I can't help it.
So we'll see you all next week. If we
Yeah.
don't see you at some of the videos during the week, we'll have some out at some point.
Yeah. Lots of fun, guys. Have a good
Thanks,
evening
Paul.
over there.
See you later.
Cheers, PVP.
Bye.
Thanks for coming on.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, how'd you go?